Are we muted?
No.
Not muted. Hi, chat.
No one's gonna be here.
Haha.
I don't think. They're weirdos if they're here already.
Damn, I guess I'm a weirdo then.
Come on. Oh, brother. Nice. Overlay is still wrong. MnM for real right now, bro.
Dude, I just learned that invite starts the 7th. I actually had no idea until like an hour ago.
Nice. Anything else you want to add?
Nah, I'm just getting trolled. That's about it, really. Starts at 7. Yo, I'm messed up, bro. I booked a fucking scrim with Team 1 the same time invite starts.
Oh, because they're in a...
They're in NA right now, but they're not going to invite. So they wanted to do like... Yeah, I'm like, yeah, let's do as many maps as you guys want. Starting at fucking 3, which is like, I think when the third match is going on, the second match, something like that. Not realizing that invite started that early.
Nice. Like, is Nathan just dead?
Cookies, I don't think they understand a single thing you're saying.
I thought like adding brothers at the end would maybe. Oh, brother.
Here, hold on. I'll get you the. I'll get you the.
Nice.
Jette-il mijade. Tell him that.
Like, is my game glitched and I just don't see them all in the lobby just sitting there? Is that what's going on?
Hold on, wait. How do I say that? That's how you say it. Where's everyone in Russian?
I don't know.
Okay, this. Just hold on. Give me a second. Posted. Here's the pronunciation. Just kidding. There you go. Now you know exactly what I said.
Can I copy paste that in the game?
I don't know. I'll show you the English way how to pronounce it. This shit fucked with my eyes when I first saw it. That's how you pronounce it in English.
So.
Okay,
So Russian aside, apparently there are wire issues. Why are there always wire issues on the first game?
There's always wire issues in general. Like, fucking all of second goal, we had like 3 separate wire issues, and I had to sub in for Kilo.
Is it just me? Or I never had a problem with wire in like 4 years.
Dude,
but
no one
has
did
a
until
problem.
this season.
Okay, is it this season thing now?
I mean, well, actually, no. It happened one time for Laxing in Pro League against Obe, Benji was telling us, and so they agreed that Laxing wouldn't play on wire, but they would play East. Because everyone was on East on their team, and everyone on the other team was West, because they were living in LA at the time. So,
Okay. Well,
and they agreed to it. It also would have been a forfeit.
just cannot wait for this game to be a forfeit because of Wire and because it's a serious
Don't they
business.
have a coach?
What makes you think the coach has a Wire that works? The players don't.
Dude, I downloaded Wire 5 minutes before our game started. I didn't have Moss installed, I didn't have Wire installed, and I still play it. You can download it in 5 minutes.
Extremely doubtful.
Let me see who's on the MnM roster. How many players they have? They have... Yeah, they have a coach or manager, whatever it's labeled as. Picked up Madman. Who did they drop for Madman? What was that fucker's name?
Okay, I'm gonna start here in just a few moments. Just a few. Hopefully I don't like X out of the game or something crazy.
You would be the person to do that. Alright. They said R. Did MnM say R? I was not out.
Yeah, they did. So
Alright, let's go then. Let's go.
here we go. We starting game.
Start game now for the comments.
You know, like that Russian accent. Anyway, it's Unique versus MnM. I am joined by Hunter Cash from I don't know where you're from, like Washington or something.
Yeah, I'm from DC. Represent.
I am gonna be in windowed mode for just a second because I gotta do the bans. So
No, we're gonna have an interesting matchup on our hands. Obviously, MnM very made their run through 6 invitational qualifiers, really knocked down a bunch of respectable teams such as Vitality and G2, if I'm not mistaken.
yes, sir,
So definitely a team to be feared. On the other side, Unique's been doing extremely well in these qualifiers, have not left and right throughout the weeks, and that's going to be really interesting. It's going to be a Maverick ban coming out from MnM, and I do, if I remember correctly, I believe that's one of their comfort bans, as they are an extremely predominant team without Maverick being on the board, and it kind of affects a lot of teams who rely on Maverick tricking to take control of either gym/bedroom, or even server wall for that matter. Mira, again, no surprise, very commonly banned operator, seeing as that she's extremely potent on a lot of bomb sites, especially that gym bedroom where she's extremely influential.
indeed, and yeah, this is like you said, MnM's claim to fame pretty much is that invitational qualifier run.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to see like if they're able to continue, like keep it going in the CL quals, because a lot of people have, like, the discussion I've seen like on Reddit or whatever has been that MnM hasn't really followed up that invitational qualifier performance that well in CL quals. It hasn't really translated that well. They haven't like been the #1 like outright team through these qualifiers if you look at the overall standings. So they're gonna need this game.
Understandable.
They're gonna need this game,
Like,
for sure.
it's a best of one against, teams you can't necessarily prep on, at least against pro teams or former pro teams. In the case of qualifiers, you have a pretty good understanding of what's going to happen, what's going to be the overall motto. Keep in mind that MnM has scrimmed a lot of those teams in the past, and a lot of teams are going up in a best of one. One, you're just going to random maps you think potentially might be favorable. Obviously, you get a jump right through the map and it's going to go. But you still don't have that solidified position when it comes to, hey, they're going to be doing X, Y, and Z, and not necessarily running around the map and trying to just get a headshot left and right. That's an interesting Maestro cam. Broke the monitor, decided to place on the wall.
Yeah, classic Maestro tactic. See, and we're gonna be on cash. Nothing really crazy coming out from Unique, like nothing crazy in terms of like a lounge hold or anything. Just the Cade and Garage, I guess, which is gonna be the biggest.
Use a bullet hole in the wall. Yeah.
That's gonna be the biggest, I guess, wrinkle that Unique's gonna show off here. MnM, a lot of them spawn on the C side. Typical, like, no, I think, given the spawns, I think the Vaughn is way over there on this rip side. So she may go for a split push. She may just be going for Garage, actually. So,
That's actually
that Cade's
really
a little late. He may not get that, actually.
It's gonna be close. I think he got it open though.
So,
yeah.
Vaughn actually manages to get that in front of that Cade. So that's a little bit of a win for MnM, I would say, to start. And Yonka's already trying to work on this Jaeger, I believe, the new blue, who back will try to come in from below, and I guess, who is that? Rush. Rush was just waiting for it, and Cade found somebody else from Garage, so...
Wait, did he just down his teammate and then get...
I have no idea, to be
I'm
honest.
pretty sure he downed his teammate in blue and then Jaeger killed him off.
Because I'm like, there's no way that Jaeger knew that was happening. So
I'm like, yeah, there's no way he knew it. He literally... Yeah. He turns around and just sees a down guy behind him. Oh, that's extremely poor time from the Kaiden and Habanis to be able to catch him off guard. That's going to be the first pick for MnM, followed up by Unique, fall in the hands of... God, that is one of the most difficult names to pronounce. Jawalo? I don't know.
Yonka?
I feel like he smashed his forehead against his keyboard and said that's my username and put it as his ukulele.
Yonka?
G-Walaga.
No, that's
G-Walgo.
That was Madman before. So,
I know it's
that's
Madman, but
He's
Jesus,
just
how
call
did you...
Madman. Like that, yeah, like, I had this issue before. Just don't even regard that name as anything. He is Madman. So, regardless of the name confusion, yes, that is indeed Madman. Giwalagadin here. He's the new man to MnM. He was on Trust, like literally a week ago, and I guess I guess he just doesn't like Trust anymore. He thinks MnM's better. So he joined them. Mid qualifier. Pulled the Kevin Durant, joined a better team, I guess. And now he's rocking with MnM. And here he goes. He's upside down, repelling. But yeah, that bandit is in a quite adventurous spot.
Positioning.
So he's taken out. And it's just up to Flares and Zeka. Not the car Zeka from Empire. This is just a common Russian name, obviously. So you're gonna see MnM sprint straight in. He's gonna find the smoke.
Extremely charismatic play.
Yep, and the new member of MnM is already proving his worth. And Flares here is gonna have to vault over the window to do anything. And nobody from MnM's losing that fight. It's gonna be MnM taking the first round, despite like honestly looking out of control to start. They just pulled it together.
Yeah. I don't know how they pull that round back. You know, right from the get-go, it was a 3v with the team kill of all things to start it off, which is not the way you want to start out a map at all. But you saw really map control being established from MnM, and what honestly solidified that round was being able to not have any denial on the wall when it came to the time. You saw Thermite just go right up on it, get the wall on open, and then essentially was able to just run in. It didn't really help with the bandit's positioning,
Yeah, I'm not sure,
at all. In fact,
was he? How did he? First off, how did he? I guess maybe we missed it. But no, that Zofia was dead early, I'm pretty sure. So there was no Zofia stun.
Zofia died, and then there wasn't Thatcher either, if I'm not mistaken, on that side of the wall. But they still got the wall open, which I don't know how. But, you know, nonetheless, really well played by MnM, be able to pull that back. And unfortunately, I think that that bandit just changed his positioning, maybe denies the entry from main wall, either by red or just playing somewhere on the staircase. I genuinely think that they... Come on, you can get it. There we go.
EU servers tend to be a little bit better, but he does have... That's actually not him. I don't know who has 113 ping of flares.
Kill.
I don't know where he's playing from. Siberia? But yeah, he's lagging a little bit. But otherwise, generally speaking...
I can't even imagine playing that. Let alone with wire on. That's,
especially against MnM. That's not fun, so...
Yeah, definitely can imagine that. But then again, UnIQUE is not a team that you can just, you know, count out because of ping. These are very talented, very experienced players who have proven themselves time again in qualifiers. They're not something you should just knock off as a team, okay? Just because maybe you had one mistake when it comes to the round doesn't mean they outright can't pull this back. Then again, though, MnM is not a team that, you know, will back down from a challenge, so it's going to be quite an interesting matchup. Question is, will the Zofia stay alive? The ball will get opened very early on because MnM is not doing this.
I hate to interdict, but we saw this, like the wall. Like, I don't know if you were getting at that wall, but this like garage wall that Nathan just got, like immediately, even though the cage was there, his buff just. I'm not sure how he just spanned it through the floor like that. But I guess he knows his map. Shot exactly where the rotator was.
That's okay. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, if you know if you're comfortable enough to shotgun it out and just straight up shoot a hole through it, then by all means, go ahead and do so.
Actually, you know, on that topic, on the wall you're getting at, like that shield, I don't know if that's gonna stop Azos. I mean, you were the coach.
Yeah, actually it might. I don't know. I've never seen that position before.
Ran away, so he's not really interested in it. Buck already terrorizing this cache site, and Yonka, I guess he killed that player. New blue. He's playing the Jaeger there again, the second round in a row. As they do get this server wall, and Madman is not upside down, or he's thinking about being upside down. So far, just the server wall though, but I mean, all these players are dying everywhere but the server wall. I guess, well no, Zox just tried to walk in front of the server wall again and died there again, fortunately. So maybe you should just give up on that.
Yeah, it's not going to work out, bud. It's really not.
Second time in a row he's died there like that, so...
but other than that, it's going to be a 5-on-3 situation, so preparing for their final take onto site. The guy getting called out by Raptors, and Flare's not in a really good position. No flashes will come out, they will miss. Position is revealed, though, by the drone. Wall's going to get opened up, and you're going to see a flood come down any second now, with Dats most likely coming in behind them. Flare's just going to go on and peek out, and that's going to be the only shot on the remaining guy by the wall, but he's going to immediately get refragged out by the entry Kavada and Blockhand. That's going to be impactful. Finishing things off onto FMX. The beautiful entry by the Buck close things out. Round number 2 going in favor of MnM.
You're cutting out just a little bit.
I am.
Sometimes. I don't know if you're leaned way back like Remorse.
I am. I'm like all the way back in my chair.
Yeah, like... Let's get some voice activation detection going, brother.
Is this better, Cookies?
Just a bit. Just a bit. Yeah, like you like cut out like mid-sentence. I'm like, what are you doing?
ASMR stream.
There you go, that's better.
Okay, good.
But yes, MnM so far dominating that cash site, so we're gonna see UnIQUE go straight to the basement. They're tired of losing that. Pretty much like deja vu the same way those first 2 rounds. And
yeah, it was really flawless execution coming out from MnM. There was really no when it came to their push, was very solidified, and honestly, I'd say a little bit too coordinated for UnIQUE, okay? You saw them get control of the main wall, and you saw them essentially get all the cutoffs they needed. Once the flood came on in, there was really nothing UnIQUE could have done at that point, considering that they lost a smoke early on. Jaeger couldn't get anything on the roam game, and really there was no time delayed. I believe they lost, like, what, 30 seconds it took them to get everything open they needed? Like, it really was not a long time, and overall, it's just not what you're expecting coming out from, in all reality, a talented lineup. Like, UnIQUE's not a team you can undermine at all, but I'm gonna make the wise decision, go back downstairs and see if they can try and mix things up down there, as Cash was less than successful for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in losing the same site like 5 times. Go to other sites. It's intelligent gameplay from UnIQUE.
Really? I thought if you lose a site 4 times, you should go back to it a 5th.
Oh. Yeah, I mean,
Huh,
I personally, I like getting 6-0'd by playing Cash 6 times in a row.
Oh yeah, that's always fun.
I think that's the most ideal thing you can do. But
man, we're leaking our combi strats on the live stream. No way.
We're leaking NA strats right now.
So.
I apologize. Skarijeka. It's Skarijeka, not Zeka. So it's Zecha. Zeka.
Is Zecha?
Zecha.
Zecha?
Zecha.
Hold on.
Zecha. Zecha, but you need. Yeah, you say like that.
Привет, Zecha.
Zecha. But yeah, we're gonna see, I believe, a kitchen take from the moment, or honestly, just a typical basement attack where you've got the Zofia on blue. I imagine they're gonna start working the floor in kitchen, but there's actually no breach charges to do that, so maybe I'm the one trolling here. They're probably not gonna go kitchen, actually.
I don't think he meant to take Claymore, because I'm pretty sure they 6-picked to the IQ. So I'm pretty sure their intentions were to take breach charges, but unfortunately they can't do that right about now. But overall, you know, they have a full map clear coming out from MnM, and it was really well done, as they're able to establish full map control when it comes to the top and floor in a matter of minutes. Not only that, they're getting all the hatches open, excluding kitchen. But this is going to be a rather curious peek coming out from the Goyo, and with the ping that he has, it's not likely you win that gunfight anytime soon. And that shield also being right in the doorways was taken out by Zofia. Simple rotation will do, but a lot of drones lost on that initial entry, so if C4 were to come out here, that'd be Datz's life going down, but it seems like they're prepping to go for a church take, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's gonna be church. They opened the blue hatch. Church blue like pinch.
There it is.
Gonna be
Will it land? Yes, it will.
And lit up. Dats didn't kill him. He's blessed. That didn't kill him, but you should be able to thermite this wall. That should be a trick. And no, just kidding. There's impacts.
Oh wow!
I believe that's from the. Who threw that?
I was the Goyo who threw it. No, it was Goyo. It was Goyo.
Okay, I'm blind. I thought Goyo had C4, but okay. So they're actually not going to be able to get the church wall since Sabana is very much dead. Blown, splattered all over the main stairs, and our friend Madman here is out of thermites as he used one on the blue hatch, which is where we see Packwell trying to drone out and trying to make something happen. 38 seconds left and ticking, and defenders are sitting pretty. The church wall again, not even getting open, but Madman actually finds a player through armory, so technically they could go for a rush through this so-called ash wall, which is exactly what they're going to do. Most of the players from UnIQUE are in blue, and one just rotated out of dirt. That's the, I want to say that's the blue. No, it's not. But ultimately,
attackers drop.
Yeah, all these attackers are just dying to. I want to say they're all dying from church, just through the holes in the wall.
Yeah, and it's actually going on, finishing
Dropping blue.
Did anyone drop? I think you tried dropping blue to try and see if they can get a flammable 3 people rushed from the wall next to ash wall, and it was a good idea in mind. Obviously, not allowed to go utility, not a lot of things open. Obviously, by a well-played C4 and impact trick coming out from the duo, the Goyo and the Bandit alike, and there really wasn't much for MnM to go off of from there. They go for a flood, and it doesn't work out. So, well played on their part, and they're going to bring this back. Question is, will they go to CCTV cash room? Yes, they will. So, right now you have to be asking yourself, what's going to be done differently from their CCTV cash room defense? Because it was far less than what you would call successful. Okay, there wasn't like, oh, maybe we could have, maybe we changed a couple things around. It looked outright domineering. The absolute hegemonial plays coming out from when it came. They're definitely need to challenge a lot of different things. I'd say maybe not getting nearly as aggressive, and maybe even playing some offense. You saw the really well played Buck downstairs, and shooting things up, tagging on the smoke. So definitely gonna have to change things up if seems they brought a Mozzie on the board, and it seems they're doing just that.
And you're still.
Am I really?
Cutting out.
Huh,
Are you
well,
good?
I don't know. Maybe not. Hold on.
Configure your mic.
I will configure it, good sir.
But yeah, we
Use
do
the
see a
settings.
Mozzie. The Mozzie's, I guess, the wrinkle you were trying to talk about with that wrinkled mic of yours. And yeah, that I don't know if that's gonna be enough, but I do know that they did drop the Cade, so they just made these garage walls a lot easier to get. They did potentially drop a shield operator that they were using, like they had here, like the last time they played Cash, protect the bandit. But I guess they're just gonna opt for the barricade, which is traditional, like that works. Like, so I know
They
for a
went
fact that
below, which is interesting because what MnM did is they It's cutting out. I can see it cutting out. This is sad. Very sad.
you got a $2 microphone. Like, what is this?
I got a blue Yeti. I don't know why it's doing this. I'm sad.
So a $2 microphone. Lol.
Oh,
Anyway.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna see like a split push though. I think we're seeing MnM
Yeah,
join up
it's
the
a
master
split.
side. They just got that server wall with the typical Zofia thermite trick, and so far not necessarily the greatest of starts that you could ever have on Cash on this site. I mean, the site being a wall being blasted open like this and MnM isn't like ideal. So you're gonna need something to come out. I hope from the Mozzie, maybe below, maybe a roam play, maybe a C4 construction. Gonna have to fly through, or MnM's just gonna constrict this side up. They've got again a two-way push going, and this Madman has a drone on the kind of flank watch drone is that? You use strats?
I don't know about that one honestly, and you see a rather interesting position being played out by the Mozzie, and if this is not watched, it could potentially destroy any. Oh, that's gonna be really lucky from the Hibana.
Oh.
In all reality, he should not be alive, but he's gonna get spared with 20 HP. And right now, they chose not to reinforce construction wall. Despite, okay, I mean, right now the adaptations that have happened, I wouldn't say are for the best. However, they still be a 5v5. So you know, there's a lot of stuff to work with regarding this round, and you see the drone economy dwindling down on the side of them. So there's not gonna be a lot they can work off of. However, positioning still established in fair hands of the bandit, though he's been lit up to around 30 HP as he chooses to peek around rather aggressively. Does he have a C4? If he has a C4, he could just throw it at the window, but he does not now. And he's going to get downed on in. And we're going to see a flood most likely come within the next 15 seconds, which is going to have to get shut down by this unique lineup. Oh, Mozzie's still down below. The flood's going to get shut down, but that's going to follow one up onto FMX, and right now it's looking rather favorable. The flood's going to come on in from MnM, and they're going to tag on the guy by Red, but he's going to land the shots. That's going to be the Maestro beating around the corner. It's going to be a 3K from UnIQUE, followed up by the Thermite 2-on-2 situation. Red and Cash firmly established in the hands of MnM. Flood's going to be going on down, with 4 seconds to left. No denial left on the board. There's a Mozzie's going to come up, but he's going to get his head taken right on off. That's going to be the pistol kill coming out from Rush, and it's going to be a one-on-one. C4 not in the hands of the Jaeger, obviously, considering he doesn't have one. And Plant's going to have to go down. 2 seconds left on the clock, 2 seconds left in the plant. Pink's going to come on out, and that's going to be the shot through the floor. UnIQUE closing things out. UnIQUE win the round.
You're seeing why UnIQUE is. At least I'm considering UnIQUE like a really good threat for Challenger League.
Yeah.
What? And what you see the Jaeger, like the pistol out like through the wall, sniping the planting thermite. I don't know if y'all caught that. But he literally had his pistol out and a silenced pistol and shot him through a wall while he was planting because of a camera in sight. Then he's just playing Pulse as Jaeger at that point because again there's pings. I'm not sure why whoever was last player allowed didn't plant in the on the table, to be honest. Maybe he figured the Jaeger was, since he's a 3-3, he was close enough to just run up and like knife him, but wow. Yeah, you're also typing. Like you have scuffed my situation, dude.
Look, I had to say I'm sorry for the microphone issues, okay? God, you know.
Yeah, you say sorry for the mic issues and you actually made them worse. Like that typing was worse than any cutting out.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Flawless gas, alright? We obviously have production and everything. You know, we're in the studio right now. I have cookies to my right-hand side. We got everything going on.
You have a studio set up. Anyway,
Of course, yeah.
we're going to gym better.
We got like a $60,000 studio in the back with, there's some headphones that they use at LAN. I forgot what they're called. Ones for,
You
like,
don't know, I definitely
$100. I don't know what they're called, but they're really nice. Have you ever cast worked on them?
No.
5 seconds left
Beautiful.
before insertion.
Really nice to cast with.
It's good to know.
But you know what's also gonna be beautiful? This hold. I really like this, what they decided to incorporate with the Goyo shields. This is most likely to be a logistics bathroom hold, which is a little bit more common in LATAM than any other region. However, we've seen it a little bit, I guess you could say, transferred over to the side of Europe. With NA, it's most likely heavily servered, or it's heavily focused on the server side of aspects. Considering that you must have going to bring a castle, maybe with a rotate top red, and try to play a little bit aggressive. But with EU, it seems to be a little bit more laid back, you know, be aggressive on construction and delay entry into there. So it's going to be interesting to see how they hold this. With the Mew Chamber still in play, though, and I'm interested to see how they choose to play this out. Because right now, it seems that they have not one of the most definite strats. It seems to be a pocket strat that we're picking up.
Now they're, I guess, just petrified of the bandit who isn't even on the same universe. He's literally all the way in cash, and they are so stunning and flashing nothing.
Yeah,
But-
and if you want to sacrifice one drone, like, that's all good, you know? Get an entry that's not going to be on the drone for the majority part, slap on Sophia, and just straight up drone it out. Like, losing one drone is worth knowing if you have to use 2 concussions.
I mean, either way, the concussions are very much gone, but I don't really have anything left to concuss anyway, considering the bathroom wall has that little rotation hole, which Pack will have already pushed up on, so right now, it's just a very lit up flares here playing this bedroom area, and not much else support other than Zeka, whatever.
Zitch.
I don't know Russian, but he's in a pickle. He's fighting the logistics hatch, so right now, players need some help. He gets help, and just that, he gets help from strip run out.
That's
bedroom player.
really well done. That's a
Bedroom
Sophie off the board, and with no Maestro on the board, obviously not one of those crucial picks. However, in all reality, if MnM were to just straight up flood this site, maybe get a cutoff from Logi Hatch, they could potentially make this doable, okay? Because do keep in mind with Jaeger's positioning, if someone prone peeks him, he's not going to be able to get the line of sight, but that's going to be a beautiful shot right there. That's going to be FMX closing things out for him. That's going to be the Thatcher of Hibana off the board. Pack was able to follow one, followed by Madman, and that's going to be a 2K for him on the board. Back down to a 2v2. This round seems rather winnable from a 2v4 down to a 2-on-2. Thermite and Buck up against the world. And UMP close things out. Shots a little bit missed from FMX. Oh, that's going to be a rush from the Thermite, but he's lit up to around 20 HP. Oil Shield gets exploded, doesn't do any damage just yet. Plant going down now from Packbull. Will he get off guard is the question. No, shot stopping landed through the wall, but that's going to be Madman closing things out on his head. Stocks. Where's he hits the death head? Jesus, Madman! Going absolutely crazy with the 4K on the Thermite.
And proving, I guess, why he was the pickup. Again, he's the newest member for MnM. He just left Trust Gaming. His first qualifier with MnM, and he's already Mr. Jiwalagadavadin is very much proving his worth. Top fragging on Thermite.
That's the best Russian you've spoke all evening. Wow, Cookie.
What, Gobalagavadin?
Yeah, it's Madman's name. No, but in all reality, what an exquisite push coming out from Madman. Him being able to, essentially being able to entry with Thermite, that's impressive, let alone. But him being able to cover 2 separate angles in the pincer, which Unique couldn't have played any better if they tried, really. They pincered at the exact same time, but Madman, just beautiful flick, left and then right, close things out. So that's going to be, right now, MnM going up by a score of 3-2, and they're going to choose to go back downstairs, which they won indefinitely. Seems like they were rather successful when it came to it. See if they can replicate their same success and try and go for that 3-3 split heading into their defensive half, where they're attacking half. Sorry.
Yeah, so MnM, they went for they got the stock hatch, they got Moto, and then they tried to just go for Church, but ultimately, impacts from Goyo, combined with just, I guess, the Hibana getting her, splattered all over the main stairs by a C4, ultimately cost MnM a chance at having any real attack. It turned into desperation where they all dropped the kitchen hatch and tried to drop into blue as well, and most of the Unique players were playing around blue, so it was just a disaster. So they're really going to need, MnM at least, I'm saying, MnM is going to need to play a little bit safer, and especially with Hibana, just going to have to dodge some C4s if they're going to want to have a chance at letting whatever they wanted to have happen before, like, develop, because again, it just didn't really develop because of that C4 on the main stairs. We're seeing the socks there on his camera. So
It was a good idea what they had in mind. Obviously, they tried stunning, trying to get the wall open, but unfortunately, it was never their intention to really ban a trick. They were going for the impact trick on the wall, and then a beautiful time C4 coming out from the bandit really solidified things. So if you want to change things out, either one, change your push entirely, maybe forfeit the decisive push of trying to go church, and maybe go for an armory take, come from dirt, go with classic gear 1 take, and see if you can go about it that way. But that's not going to be the case, I believe, as it does appear they're going for just buckholes in kitchen and probably going to go for a moto take again. Might be different though.
Well, the one thing that's definitely different is the buck. They didn't bring the buck last time.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't think they're going to go for the... I can't imagine. Well, they are. 2 of them. No, actually. Let's see, because he may kind of go for this, but the Goyo actually isn't in position to impact it unless the Legion is. Maybe the Legion will recognize what's happening and get ready to impact trick that Vanas, which I think are going to come any minute. Yeah, they're going to go for kitchen. Flashes are going to come. He's going to go for kitchen. Gotta go for it. At the max, you gotta do your job. I guess he's really concerned about the buckles, so he just went and did it. Surprisingly enough, not a single impact flies out from the Legion, so Goyo obviously is impacting church, so no denial on kitchen when, again, this is going to be a kitchen take, and back bull on the buck. Fresh addition their attacking lineup takes out the Goyo, who was in church from the kitchen hatch, that angle. UnIQUE finding himself now in a take mode as that Legion pre-firing, but this is definitely developing into a kitchen take. You see 3 players from MnM stacking up on that hatch, and then the main stairs coverage as well. I'm wondering where that last player's going to come from.
Most likely a flood from blue. Yeah, he's probably going to come from blue as he's just anticipating someone try and peek him from the vent system, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. See that UnIQUE's playing this rather passively, and a wonderful angle from Jonka's going to tag on the shot to the Legion. FMX goes down, Dusky Danya, and the flood's going to come on out. 2 picks coming out from UnIQUE, followed up by 1 from Packbull. He's going to take it on out, and it's a round win for MnM as they're able to close things on out. A beautiful flood from them. That's going to be MnM taking the split by a score of 4-2 as they head on to their defensive half.
And just honestly, really, other than a couple hiccups on attack, I think that's a good example of how you should attack this map and how you make what everyone likes to call a defender-sided map and you turn it into something you can definitely win a 4-2 attack like split on at Clubhouse, that is. But yeah, that was just a really interesting flood. Like, they dropped Moto, I imagine came down blue, and then just dropped kitchen all at the same time. And I guess that Moto push was really surprising as well. Like, if I'm UnIQUE, I'm the spectator, and I didn't expect a Moto push. Like, that was like a last second, like, yeah, I'm just going to drop Moto and flank them while everyone else is pushing kitchen, and it was deadly. So, we're going to be going to the basement, though, for MnM. And this seems like an SSG roam type strat.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Based on the ops. You got the Mute, the Mozzie, and of course the Castle. I mean, it's kind of a giveaway. I think they sixed one of these ops so that it wouldn't be a giveaway, like for the players, but I didn't pay attention to that. But
operator lineup, it just looks weird. You ever notice the colors of something and you're like, hey, that doesn't seem to add up? This is one of those cases. So typically when you're going downstairs, you don't see a Maestro, you don't see a Jaeger, you don't see a Bandit. That's an indication that something's going up, and 90% of the time it's going to be an SSG roam, and that's exactly what's going to be happening as they decide to go on upstairs and choose to defend that with a Mute Mozzie combo that's ever so notorious within this specified meta. Which they seem to be does need a lot more utility up here, I would expect.
See, like, I kind of pinged the Zophia's drone there because you notice just how ridiculous that looks from the attacker perspective. Like, they can't drone any of this without that just flying out. So you're already going to see it. They're not even really looking like they're going to roam clear. This isn't the typical entry point if you're going to roam clear. To be honest with you, it looks like they're just going to go straight for blue. You saw the sledging in the garage, but again, there are players hatch last time I checked. So that could be a disaster for that sledge depending on the timing he gets. And the rest of UnIQUE, again, they're just coming in through blue. They're not coming in for those roamers at all. But this isn't a rush either. So they're just they've kind of entered in here into this little beachhead, but haven't really done much of anything else on the other parts of the map where the defenders are roaming. So unless they just rush down these stairs,
I think they're going for a blue dirt pincer I'm not mistaken. But that's going to be a beautiful shot right there. Bagwell's going to get taken on down. That's going to be the
came
Goyo, but the plant's going down. It's going to be a split push. But that's going to be the shotgun shot from the FO12 coming down to push down Rush. And he's going to be forced to spectate the camps for the rest of the round, as he seemed to be not only the only one on site, or even remotely near it, but he was also planting with literally
I didn't even know
no
he got in
cover.
dirt. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even see that. So
Yeah,
stuck
I
in
thought they
dirt,
were going
and
for a flood on the site, but he was literally the only one that pushed and then decided to plant. So it seems to be a little bit of miscommunication from Team Unique, as unfortunately he's going to get taken on out. But it's going to be a 4-on-4 nonetheless, but it seems that the MnM players have forfeited back down this site. Blue control, though, decisively in the favor of Unique right now. Question is, can they capitalize upon it? Right now, there's multiple crossfires that can be established from MnM, but will they come out? Yes, they will. That's going to be Nathan falling down, and fortunately, that's going to be the mute off the board. So 2 C4s down, one to go in the hands of Mozzie, and it's going to be a 4-on-3 scenario with flashes being thrown out by Thermite. Can he find a favorable entry point is the question. No one endured, but Madman has no idea. That's going to be Mozzie off the board. It's all up to the L in the Castle. Castle gets his head taken right on off. Good night. That's you done. Yeah, see you later.
Oh
It's
my
all
god!
gonna be up
But
to
he has
the
this
L.
shotgun at this range with 3 players,
Oh
not
my
even
God, no
looking.
way.
He finds 1, he finds 2, he finds almost finds a 3rd and the 4th. But holy crap! I thought he was
played
about to
that
just.
so well. The trigger discipline coming out, he gets a 2-piece, but unfortunately, it's not enough.
Can you imagine?
Jack can able to close things out.
Have you ever played? Everybody in this stream has played Modern Warfare 2, like the AA-12 with like a drum mag. Could you imagine if he had that in that moment? That's what I was thinking was about to happen. He was about to just ice.
There's no way you compare the FO12 to the AA12 from Modern Warfare.
They're comparable.
2020. Oh, they're comparable. Don't get me
When
wrong.
in
but it's
the right,
2020.
like, yeah, man.
Boomers.
I guess some of these people weren't even born when I think about it. Modern Warfare 2 came out, but yeah, I mean that was very adventurous from Habana, just walking from dirt. Like I said, I didn't even notice. Normally, I notice things like I didn't even notice. I thought they were just all walking into blue and nothing else. But that's kind of what they were doing. Like Habana just.
It looked like they were setting up for a blue dirt pincer, which, if you're not familiar with what that is, essentially, if you have an extremely aggressive roam game such as the SSG roam or any varieties or varieties of it. What teams typically choose to do if they don't want a full-on clear, they will choose to have 2 people dirt, and the rest of the team blue, maybe with one holding a flank, and they just flood. That wasn't the case. It was literally dirt that just went on in and then decided to plant. It wasn't like, hey, I'm planting, cover me. It was just, I'm in, I'm planting, and no one was there to follow up. Fortunately, was taken on right on down. 3K comes out from Ella that round, but in all reality, just the ability to not establish a crossfire was really a downfall for MnM right there. And Unique proving to be an extremely tough opponent for MnM right now. Which, you know Russians right now these days. You have teams like Forza and Empire and teams back in the day like... What was the team that was called Room Factory? With Pwn in them. Like, there's a lot of respectable teams, and Unique right now, if they keep this run up, they can definitely have a nice run and seal them out themselves, as they choose to go for a blue oil push, if I'm not mistaken, right here. Castle's choosing to play in bar, which you don't commonly see a castle holding this specified side by stage. Typically, if you see anyone in bar, they're most likely there to get rid of the drones and then solidify themselves holding down kitchen hallway, or even just trying to put some pressure on it and then ultimately forfeit. But he seems to be trying to go for some picks and stock, which is honestly never seen, like, at all. But he seems to be playing it rather well.
I mean, typically, like, with the SSG room, I'm pretty sure this bar player is actually the castle. I mean, if...
Yeah, it is, but he plays on the other side. He delays the drone economy from kitchen hallway.
He's not Russian, but he's Madman, and obviously he's mad.
Oh.
He is gonna be doing more than just shooting drones. He's gonna be making punch holes and peeking up through a hatch where he anticipates someone from Unique is gonna walk by that at some point, which I think they will.
It seems to be going for a full... Are they full clear? They might be... I think they're going for rotate.
They tried to go for what they were doing before through dirt, and then they have backtracked a little bit and taken a little bit of cash. But again, there are still multiple MnM defenders, well, at least MnM or Nathan over here, in addition to Madman, who's just roaming on the bar. It would be a huge waste of time to go for that. So they're just gonna go through blue.
They can't. They have to go for Alpha. They've wasted way too much time. And right now, Packbull caught off in not one of the best positions. And if he's able to get a kill right here, that'll be so impactful. He's gonna swing on the Thatcher, not enough damage done to the Thatcher though to kill him, but that's gonna be Madman. Follow things up. Sheka's gonna fall on, and that's gonna be another one from Madman. That's gonna be double kill the round for him. FO12 on the yellow, able to close things down, and it's gonna be all up to the Zofia. He's able to attack one onto Madman, but he's already done his job so evidently well. That's gonna be Nathan closing things on out. SMG 11 in hands. MnM proving why they are one of the most lethal teams right now in Europe, in the T2/T3 region.
Either I don't know if I caught it, but I think from what I saw there at the end, Nathan threw Madman threw an impact at the stage wall and just flanked all those players in blue from the hatch, and like in that lounge, new blue stairs area, he just fragged everybody out there from the hatch apparently, and then Zofia came in there at the end, and it was just a little too late. And again, like that roam from MnM, they were still very much in control of like the top floor and the middle floor, even though all UnIQUE did was just kind of walk in from the what's it called, the server breach. That's like the only control they had was just this area here.
Yeah,
MnM took full advantage.
In reality, you can't spend 2 minutes entirely just taking 1/3 of the entirety of upstairs. Like, if you're going to spend 2 minutes there, you have to fully commit to it and essentially even attempt to try and get rid of that roam game. That wasn't the case. They made a desperate attempt to try and flood site, but it was so well shut down. You saw Madman like a double kill as well. And it just shows why it is considered to be probably one of the most respected holds in all of the league right now. Typically, you know, if someone brings out a strategy, you know, you'll maybe see a couple teams copy it, but you don't have a strategy like ever come out within any meta. It is so widely recognized to the point where it even has its own name. Like, you know, we saw back in year 2 the 75% hold on quarter, which covered CCTV, Armory, and Fountain, and considered a 75% hold, and that was probably the last, I guess you could say, strategy that was so widely recognized as the SSG run that is on Clubhouse.
Yeah, again, we're gonna see this same shield where, again, I'm not sure if this is gonna stop a Zofia stun.
It probably will. The problem is, if you literally just have a buck go below and throw one nade from below, you get rid of the bandit, you get rid of the shield, and you get rid of any denial capability upon that. Yeah, you can concussion. Yeah, you can Zofia charge if you wanted to, but there's a Maestro on the board, so Zofia is a little more consistent than grenades when trying to destroy a Maestro. And if you honestly know how to cook a grenade from below and time it perfectly, by all means, go ahead and do it, because you get rid of so much utility that if you want, you can maybe rotate a Zofia down there if the band's still not dead, and, you know, actually use one concussion, you get the wall on open, and not that much utility expended on your side, while there's a lot of utility expended for the defender side.
For the moment, though, it just looks like they're not even going to do all that. They're literally just going to wait. They're going to bait the bandit over this construction wall. You see teams do this bunch, actually. They're going to bait the bandit to either sit here and not get the construction wall, or he can rotate to construction, which will allow our friend Flair here to get the server wall without having to worry about this bandit because he had rotated. So
that's interesting.
They're trying to bait the rotation. That's why.
That's a good adaptation. That's what I like seeing. Making that mid-round adaptation, saying, hey, rotate the shield one over so I can potentially get an angle. And that's what honestly separates MnM from a lot of other T3 teams, is they don't just go in with a set mindset saying, we need to stick to this strat and nothing else. They have the ability to change it up depending on how essentially the team plays. What really questions me, though, on what UnIQUE is doing, is that they have their Zofia watching the roam instead of literally doing anything else. Potentially, either getting rid of Maestro cans, pushing the wall to get it open, or even trying to maybe get an entry on a site in that same time period. But no, they slapped her on the watch. Right now, you're seeing Goyo playing down below, but he has impacts.
And he has 4 holes on this like entry point as well, and I imagine on a default plant spot. So he's gonna have. Honestly, I think he's going to go huge here in these final moments, especially if there's a camera still alive in the site. Again, UnIQUE hasn't even gotten... That Thermite's out of the fight. He's not in the round. That Thermite's not in the round anymore, so... Nathan is doing a heck of a job. And we're going to see them all try to flood through the server window and that little Habana breach. It's just carnage. Zofia has no one to shoot. She's looking around. There's no one to find. And yeah, the Thermite, he finally enters the building 1 second left. I knew from the minute he didn't get that Thermite off that he was just out of the round, and that's just incredible play from who was it? Nathan to just sit there. Like, your job's to sit there. Don't go ADHD and vaulting over garage or something and going for a flank. I see that type of crap in NA all the time.
Well, that's because we're from NA. Yeah, we got to peek everything.
In EU, like I see that's just straight discipline from Nathan. Not to do anything goofy when he don't have to. You just play your job.
Equals prosperity.
He literally just did his job, and even though Nathan isn't like he's not dropping 30 kills right now, but like that performance there at the end is worth what? I say that's worth at least 10 kills. So you know, I mean, I'm just saying, round wins are much more important than goofy flanks and other.
Yeah, and overall, the strategy that was implemented right there from MnM Gaming, it was really nice. Like, let's be completely honest. They had a shield designated to deny the trick coming out from the Sophia on the wall, and essentially what UnIQUE's mindset was, which was understandable, was that if we delay enough time, Bandit is most likely going to forfeit this wall. But instead what they had is they adjusted the shield position so that he could continue playing his position and then still deny the Thermite when it comes down to it. And by denying him complete access to the building, by denying a complete line of sight, there was really no pressure coming from the back. They decided to all vault in the window, and at that point, they're just waiting for Crossfire setting up for this shit. They just mowed him down like they were a string of grass in March. Like, the lawnmower came on in, and there was no stopping it. It was full
just trying to walk this little area right here, and that's
yeah, it's just way too hard. Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, that's really good discipline from Nathan, and I mean the Thermite was doing what he was supposed to be doing. Like, his job was to wait until that bandit rotated. He just never rotated. So
yeah, well, he played it right, and I'm pretty sure that I don't know if that was his call or not, but like it's not a bad call. Except in that instance, MnM just played better. It's not like, you know, what is he doing? Why did he go for it so late? Like, no, he played it right.
What are you doing? No, like his job was to breach the wall. He just can't.
Yeah.
So to be fair,
I
don't know if they were just. I don't know if they were just petrified of that shield or what, but like, considering they were trying to all vault through the server window, they could have absolutely like got us done through the Zofio.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I probably would have sent someone below at that point. It literally takes one grenade.
Well, below,
and then
you saw how
concussion.
many. You see how many MnM players were down there, like.
Yeah, I know there were a lot of players down there, but like, even then, it's not like taking stock is like one of the craziest things in the world. Okay, like. It's rather simple. It's probably one of the easiest areas to take, okay? It just depends on...
Madman, the best player in the lobby right now.
Yeah,
I wouldn't fight him on that TCSG.
No, he's crazy, dog. So, this is what we've seen a lot more teams trying to implement. Instead of trying to have bathroom open, essentially what people do, they just give them jacuzzi wall, which honestly makes sense, just because it's stupidly hard to hold it, and they reinforce bathroom and decide to hold out there with either one set of impact grenades or two sets, that being a Goyo, and sometimes we've seen a Maestro there, but that just depends on what your team's play style is. In the hands of MnM, they're a little bit more aggressive, and the walls actually get on open. That's a huge misplay right there. Wall getting opened on with a minute 15 left, and this is going to be looking really good for UnIQUE. Nathan's going to swing on around, and he's going to land the shots. Is he going to land the second? Yes, he is! Nathan, are you kidding me right now? That's going to be a 2K for MnM, and he's going to close things on out for the Buck and the Thermite. That's what you needed. That is exactly what MnM was looking for, and right now, it's their map to lose at this point. They're up 6-3. They're up 5-3 when it comes to the man count. We're going to see Thatcher try and push on in, but it doesn't look really good for Team UnIQUE at all. We're going to swing on in from Nathan. That's going to be a triple kill for him. Can he get one more is the question. Yes, he will. 4K for Nathan. Rush is able to tag one on, and the swings come out for the Bandit. MnM close things out. Round number 10 going in their favor, and match will be theirs.
That was just, I don't know how in the world Nathan got away with swinging on two different people, two different like directions, and like a 90-degree.
I beat the Russian now.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I can't even say it's like, oh, it's Emberize. He wasn't even wearing Emberize, bro. He's wearing a bright black and white uniform. He's somehow
I'm right here. Shoot me. That's what that uniform says. You're literally the most
they didn't shoot him, though.
Obvious object. Like.
That was just
that was really well played. Honestly, from both teams, we saw ticks of excellence coming out from UnIQUE, but ultimately MnM just overpowers them in the most dominant of fashion, proving time and time again why they are one of the most feared teams right now within the tier 2, tier 3 scene of. But I believe that's gonna do it for this match and this round, and we will be back with the next match, which we don't quite know yet, considering this is a qualifier system, which we have no prediction when it comes to what the next matchup is.
Bro, I have Kama and Rask in the chat, dude. I'm a big fan of those two. I'm a big fan of the Russian scene again. Unique, that was, yeah, it was 7-3. Yeah, it was like, you know, that score isn't necessarily a closest score, but like, again, I think they're a team that is probably going to be in Challenger League this next coming season.
They,
and I think
they look really good against them.
Yeah, they're definitely a threat. Like, I mean, fear the Russians. That's all I'm saying. They're for real.
By the way, whoever told us to correctly pronounce Sheka's name, Spasiba.
Sheka. I don't know how to say it.
You still can't pronounce it?
I can't. Well, I know how to say it like with a Russian accent.
Spasiba.
Like
Spasiba. You know what that means?
No.
It means thank you in Russian.
Okay. Well, thank y'all. Not saying it again.
It's chat. It's not gonna work. Cookies is
the
living embodiment of an American.
I don't want to.
You're built like a Big Mac. Like
I don't want to bastardize the Russian language, so I'm just not going to. I'm just gonna not say it.
Well, that's because you have to have a very charismatic accent.
Anyway,
I just want to point out I failed Russian.
Yeah, that's why
I want to take it.
Hearing you sometimes, like you just like I don't even.
I got a B in it, but I genuinely don't think I've learned a lesson in the class. I want to finish it. I like learning languages.
Anyway, though, we'll be back for the next round of games. We don't know who it's gonna be, but hopefully gonna be some good, some good games. So
you got some good maps. You got some good matches in for your chat.
All right, but yeah, peace.
Peace.